Welcome to Real McCoy TV, where faith intertwines with daily life, empowering us to inspire positive change. Our mission is not just to share our story, but to uplift our community and celebrate authentic tales of faith and family. Journey with us and witness Cleveland's vibrant sports scene alongside heartwarming church events and cherished family moments, all showcasing our shared values. New content graces your screens every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday evenings, making it easy to engage with us on this enlightening adventure. We invite you to be part of the Real McCoy experience. Whether you wish to call in, join discussions, or collaborate, your voice matters. Plus, support our mission through Cash App, GoFundMe, or Patreon. Together, we create a thriving community of faith and support where every contribution counts.
Yeah. First off, and I'm excited to look into this Browns news. Still working on the mic problem, but it's coming together. They proposed a good question on Ultimate Sports Show about the receiver. You hearing about Boston? You're not hearing about KC. Three.
Mandatory minicamp sessions for the Browns, and our own Zach Jackson had an interesting observation about what he saw yesterday. We'll talk quarterbacks in the second hour.
Can't wait.
About some of the other standout performers from the first day of mandatory minicamp. Zach said this, and I quote from his Athletic article: "The offensive standouts of the spring continue to be second-year wide receiver Isaiah Bond and rookie receiver Denzel Boston, who's been working with the number 2 offense early in practice, but has earned plenty of starters reps in the competitive periods." I have a 2-part question for you guys. And Dustin, we'll start with you. One,
Sure.
Does any hype out of minicamp without pads really matter? And 2, if Zach is signaling out Bond for the second time and Boston for the third time, we've yet to hear one report that Casey Concepcion has been the star receiver of these sessions. Is it any reason to panic that the guys that weren't first-round picks may be surpassing super early? And I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying. I'm just asking that he hasn't been the guy that's kind of stolen the headlines thus far.
What you asking, Mikey? What you asking? I think I got to add here.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
2 ads, y'all. Sorry,
ready?
this is not my premium account.
$118 for car insurance.
Share this.
That's
If you
how
on
much
the
I was
Twitter,
paying,
share this. Hit the
okay? I
repost.
picked up the car a few months ago, and watch this. Ready? 90.
Number one, can I take something away from this? Yes, you can. Because of the position they play. Because they're playing wide receiver. This is a minicamp OTA type of session where, there are no pads on. No one's really getting jammed up. However, I do think that you can see separation. You can see speed. You can see the versatility of these players. Can they catch the ball in space? What's their ability like, on the field with man coverage? Like,
Okay,
I think
Dustin.
that you can tell more about wide receivers than you can most other positions. You can tell a lot about a defensive back. Like, you can't tell a lot about an offensive lineman. You can't tell much about a running back outside of, can the guy catch? What's his agility look like? Things like that. But receivers specifically, and I know because I had to guard him in OTAs and 7-on-7 and all of these drills, that obviously you can tell if a player can play. I think that this is a positive that we're hearing that there's some hype on Boston and Bond right now. Now the KC concern, there could be a little bit of concern there, guys. That
I am hyped that we getting some Bond love, because I was really concerned with bringing in these rookies that they was going to neglect some of that spark that they had last year. It was some supreme spark with Bond and Shadeur. It wasn't all the time, but it was there. So I like to see them working on that and Monken seeing that and like, yeah, we're gonna use that. Yeah, I like that.
That he hasn't shown up to this point because you'd expect the first round pick, right? Or the top
the one that shines the brightest this
guy.
year, but it's not always the case. I mean, I remember being in some situations where
To be the one that
a little bit more time to engage, and
sometimes situations where some of the rookie get more time to getting the first round pick. There's a lot of hype behind them, and maybe there's a little bit more pressure behind them, and it just takes a little bit more time for them to adapt. So I wouldn't get too overly concerned with Concepcion not balling right now, so to speak. But I do like the positive reports. And here's the other thing: if you were saying, man, Bond, these guys can't get open. I mean, this guy looks like he's pulling a truck out there. Like he looks slow. Like you'd be concerned about that.
And nobody's saying Concepcion looks bad.
Right.
No. Nobody's probably.
He just hasn't had the hype as
Right.
Boston and Bond.
To you, the last point you made, I've always sort of looked at like OTAs and 7-on-7 and all this stuff. It's sort of like I remember John Cooper saying he didn't like scheduling MAC teams because there's no upside to it.
Yeah,
you're supposed to beat them, and if you lose to them, what's wrong with you? Well, it's sort of like that's how I view this.
Fair.
Is like you better look good.
Yeah.
No, you don't get credit for looking good. You're supposed to look good. This is OTAs. Everybody's supposed to look good. If you look bad, what's wrong with you? That's really bad. Like there's no reason to look bad in June.
Yeah, like no quarterback should look bad in OTA.
Totally agree. The ball shouldn't have hit the ground.
Yeah, the only way you look bad is if you like mad out of shape. You don't know nothing about the playbook, but the way football is set up, you do the install before you go out there and practice it. So you get a crash course on what to know. Then in between reps, you should be able to talk to people, be on the sideline, figure it out. So I'm glad that everybody looks good. Ain't nobody lacking right now. Shout out to Fano. I heard he got baited into an offsides. Come on, rookie.
Hear about oh man, he struggled. This was. Now, I understand what we're dealing with here, guys. But the point is, you should look good when you're not in a live drill. There's no pass rush, things like that. Like you should be able to get open. You should be able to catch passes. You should be able to complete passes.
Yeah.
It's great that Bond and Boston look good, as you said. That's great. But I'm not taking the fact that Concepcion hasn't necessarily stood out as a negative. I don't buy that. If Zach Jackson was telling us, "Oh, Concepcion looks bad," like he don't know what he's doing out here, okay, I'd have concern. But it's just been kind of
whoa, man, they be. And shout out to Zach Jackson. Would love to have you on Real McCoy TV. It'll be a tremendous debut. But it's getting to the point you can't even say nothing, Zach. They just running with whatever you say, Zach. They just running with it. Shout out to the deuce right there in the orange.
Neutral. And Zach has said, there have been some moments where you've seen the flashes of his speed or whatever.
Well, and that's good because if you don't see that, if there's not even anything you're leaving a practice saying, well, man, Casey had this or Casey looked like this. You want to have at least some bright spots where you can be like, you can see some of the talent and, his ability.
So to me, taking this as a positive for the guys who have, supposedly stood out, great, fine, thumbs up. I'm not taking it as any negative. For me, I don't look at this as a negative for Concepcion. Because as you said, nobody's saying he looks bad. Nobody, we're not getting texts. Oh, God.
Nobody's talking about Spencer Fano. Does that mean he's lost?
Right, exactly. He's not getting any hype.
Yeah.
And it's an offensive lineman. How much can you do at this point? But, Todd Monken sounded like he'd been screaming a lot. If you heard his press conference,
he's always kind of
Is it always that way?
But it sounded worse than usual. I'm sure it's extra raspy with the practice.
I'm glad if he's yelling. Good. He should be yelling at these guys.
Look, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe this video. Please hit the repost for all of y'all on Twitter. It's like 80 of y'all right now. Hit that little square, repost this, put a hashtag Browns fan, hashtag Real McCoy TV 2 E's. Let's get all the troops together, man. We got to gear up for this season. It's looking like about to be a legendary season. Yeah,
he's always sound like that.
Yeah.
Bull, how much stock do you put into any kind of report, positive or negative, when they're not wearing pads yet? When it's this early?
I put very little. Dustin played. He's saying it matters, so I'll take his word on it.
Especially a rookie receiver who looks good.
Yeah.
I think you would take some stock in that.
It also depends. I'm not going to name names, but it also depends who's reporting it because there's some people that I don't trust and some people I do.
Zach knows ball.
Yeah, Zach knows ball. Zach I trust. If Zach's telling me something, I'm going to believe him.
Yeah.
I believe what he's seeing. Other people, I'm not going to trust it as much. But, obviously we're not going to name any names. I mean, if you want.
That's unusual for you.
But
I know.
We're going off a report from Zach, so I'm going to go off the report saying Zach knows ball.
So I'll give it. But, Zach will tell you, it doesn't mean that much. Right. You don't want to get, you don't want to go over the top. Right. That's why I've screamed and yelled about the stupid thing that ESPN Cleveland does. I know they do it for, attention. But when they put those stats for the quarterback, it's just so dumb. And it doesn't mean there's no value in what the quarterbacks are doing, but the stats don't.
The one thing I do want to say, when it comes to the stats in the preseason, what's important is the execution. What's important is they not dropping balls all day. So although it might seem little to you, in the spring and in the off season, man, them coaches all gave everybody a debrief at the end of the season. They like, yo, you need to work on this, that, and the third. These OTAs and or for college spring ball is the first time you can show the growth. You can show what you've learned. You can show what you've implemented. And I think for a big factor, that's why they really big on Shadeur right now, because even based off what he did and then what they probably told him he need to work on in the offseason, he brought it. He brought it into the offseason.
Really have any value.
Yeah.
I mean,
There was real quick on
Yeah.
that point, and we're gonna talk quarterbacks in the next hour more specifically, but
Yeah.
there were a bunch of tweets yesterday looking at the clips from the quarterbacks complaining, oh, they're holding on to the ball so long. Oh my God. Someone asked Todd Monken about that.
That was Daryl. I heard that.
Daryl asked Todd
Good
Monken,
question.
and Todd Monken said, we were working on a drill where
Right.
they were supposed to extend the play. They were supposed to hold on to the ball and then make the scramble drill, which goes back to show we don't know what these guys are working on.
Well, that's
any of this
good.
stuff.
Keep working on those because you got two quarterbacks who
Yeah.
hold the ball longer than anybody else.
The only thing dumber than judging based on like watching in practice for 10 minutes is judging based on seeing clips on social media. I mean, if you're at home and you watch 4 clips from whoever sends them on social media and you're judging players based on that, that's pretty stupid. I mean, there's no value in that.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
did Dylan Gabriel get a number yet?
I'm trying to pay off your loan.
Stop calling me.
Oh, I got another ad, y'all.
I'm
So,
calling you to let you know that we're going to pay off every loan you have. Like,
He's number 6,
Oh, he's 6. Okay.
which was previously worn by
Baker Mayfield.
JOK, who's on the physically unable to perform list, which means he cannot play in the 2026 season. So for now,
Because didn't he
Dylan
have like an
Gabriel
offensive
is number
line number
6.
on for a minute?
no, there was speculation that he
Or was
may
that
have-
was that just Photoshop someone made?
No, it was, but JOK had 6.
Okay.
But because JOK is on the PUP list, it
Yeah.
was open. If it wasn't open, if JOK was still playing, there was no number quarterback eligible left for Dylan.
I mean, Dylan
Gabriel.
Gabriel's not going to be on this roster once we get to the season. So I don't
Can we
know.
all just say I kind of feel bad for him a little bit?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
He's been done
he
no
didn't ask for any
favors.
of this.
He's been
I
done
mean,
no favors.
do y'all feel bad for Dylan Gabriel? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel bad for Dylan Gabriel. Put a 2 in the chat if you like, yo, he made it to the pros. That's good. Like, how do we feel about Dylan Gabriel? Write a book in the comments.
Should ever start as a rookie.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And certainly not in Cleveland with what we had here last year. So they did him
Yeah.
no favors. Maybe he'll never be a good player. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, whatever. I do.
He'd be better off going somewhere else.
He didn't ask to come here and be the
He's the guy-
redheaded stepchild
Yeah.
behind Shadeur
Yeah.
and Deshaun and all this stuff.
10 years from now, you'll have a lot of people on your side saying, man, he was really missed.
Dustin got a lot of sympathy for Dylan Gabriel. He didn't ask for. He asked to be in the league, bruh. And sometimes you show up on the team and other people better. They raw. They ain't over with for you, but sometimes you get somewhere and you ain't the solidified. Gonna start, get reps. You gotta get out the mud. We're gonna see what Dylan capable of.
treated
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
But
and
now nobody cares.
I'm sure he'll be a backup in the league for a while.
Was he really treated that badly? It was like it's not like within the organization he was treated badly. What did Kevin Stefanski treat him badly?
I mean, I just don't think that they set him up for success.
Yeah.
They didn't set up anybody for success.
That's the Browns.
I think so. Nobody got set up for success.
Yeah, bull. He didn't get treated bad.
I mean, listen,
I don't think anybody that gets a paycheck it should be treated however they want to be treated.
Take
no,
half the
I
money
don't
for
feel that
taxes,
way.
give it to
But
everybody
like,
else.
I'm not gonna. I mean, it wasn't like he was thrown in jail or anything. Let's not
No one's
overstate
saying-
how bad.
We're talking about sports. We're not talking about something thrown in jail. Like
I-
the guy was put in a position, I think, that was a little bit unfair for him to develop as a young player. I mean, that's all I'm
Don't you think
saying.
he wanted the opportunity when he got it?
I've heard Dustin talk about this, but it would be cool if he talked about the opportunity that Shadeur got versus Dylan last year. Like, I would like to think that Shadeur got an odder end of the stick, especially being a 5th round pick. No first team reps till game time. Like, come on, man.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you want the opportunity,
Yes.
but
You're a
dude, here's the thing. Sometimes you're not ready for the
I
opportunity.
hear you, but like last
Look,
year,
man, and listen, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to get racial. But these panels on this show are interesting when they have certain guests slotted. And it seemed like they doing it on purpose. It seemed like they doing it intentionally to give a couple flavors on the same show. Because it's still the same show. But boy, would I like to have Earl in there or Tyvus or G. Bush to counteract some of this. Because, like I said, maybe it's just two different perspectives when it comes to the sport and the race, man. And shout out to Dustin because he's somebody who got a position that people that look like him don't usually get in recent history. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's just that the two fat white guys be just talking crazy, but they plugged in. So hey, what do we do, man? I can't wait to get on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
Dorian's whine about his opportunity, and I didn't want to hear that either. Yeah. Like, you're a football player. Go play. Let's go. Herm Edwards said to me recently, you got to be ready to play when you come into the NFL. He thinks the idea of sitting quarterbacks, I mean, I know he's not a first-round pick, but he said, I asked him about should they sit Fernando Mendoza for Kirk Cousins. He said that's ludicrous. Guys should be, if you're the first pick in the draft, especially, I know this is a different situation. Yeah. It's like you should play right away. Yeah. Now, it's his opinion, but he played the league a while and he coached in the league a while, so his opinion carries a lot of weight. So, like, I don't know if
True.
Again, was he set up to succeed? No, neither was Shadeur Sanders. Both weren't, and I don't feel bad for either of them. Let's go, play ball.
I don't know. I feel bad. You know me. I feel bad for the heat that James Harden took in the playoffs.
I would say that some of the people ripping Dylan Gabriel, it's over the top because they feel like he was given advantages over Shadeur Sanders.
He was given
which is just like I think all of that is nonsense. But in the end, Dylan Gabriel,
he was given advantages, bull. He was a 3rd-round pick versus a 5th-round pick. If you know anything about this, is why I be wanting more people that play the sport competitively on panels like this. But Bull is a dog at the media thing. I'm a fan. I study him. I watch what he do. But when it comes to recruitment, man, how they recruited the person coming in matters. That matters on how long that leash is. You know that. If you could say it's going to be a longer leash on the 1st-round draft pick to a 2nd or a 3rd, then you know that the leash is shorter for them late-round draft picks, Bull. You know this.
Neither one of them were really ready to play last year.
No, they were not. And that's true, 100%. But I think Dylan Gabriel's better off going somewhere else. And, you know.
Again, the Browns' plan was for neither one to play. Neither one of them
the Browns' plan.
I'm just saying.
Well, they changed the plan when they traded.
They changed the plan when they drafted
Scrubby McScrub. What's his name?
When they drafted Shadeur is when they changed the plan.
Scrubby McScrub.
Scrub is. I'm stopping saying Scrub.
You can't say Scrub anymore.
Well, this goes back a long way. To a radio show we did in 2012.
I said I would try to stop saying Scrub.
We argued. He called Reggie Bush a scrub, and I said, "Dude, you can't call Reggie Bush a scrub."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
and then it got into this whole thing about how professional athletes are the highest of the high,
and I
none of
them
them
have a lot of respect. And I probably should have called Reggie Bush a scrub, but he was a disappointing NFL player, no doubt.
The Browns' idea, their plan was we have these 2 veteran quarterbacks through the season. They'll bring Dylan along slowly, develop as a backup quarterback. Now you can argue.
Well, Andrew Berry changed the plan because he traded one of those quarterbacks before the season started, and then traded the other.
He changed the plan when he drafted Shadeur. That's when it became. That's when they started spinning plates.
Right.
And there were not enough sticks and plates to go around.
Yeah.
And that's when things went off the rails.
I mean, when have they not been off the rails? They've pretty much been off the rails for the majority of the last 30 years.
As y'all saw, we going to Matty Dubs, who's been probably my favorite content creator in the last couple months when it comes to covering the Browns. He do a lot of getting the practice clips. He do shout out the media, so shout out to the media that's helping us get these clips. We vested.
Bet you can't run as fast as T-Mobile. Bet you I can. Well, you better pick it up.
We are
T-Mobile now has the fastest 5G home internet. Watch this.
Yeah, we vested. Let's get it. Matty Dubs.
And here we go. Shadeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s are here. But why is today important? Last day of mandatory minicamp before the start of training camp in 5 to 6 weeks, right? But today is going to be crucial. Deshaun Watson, Shadeur, both getting equal amount of reps on day 3. Looks like Shadeur could be ahead so far in minicamp in terms of just overall production. But today's a big day. We're going to break everything down. Before we dive in, go follow the reporters on X if you haven't already done so yet. And with that being said, let's dive in to another day of minicamp. I'm excited. All right, now what's interesting about today's practice is early on it was
Matty
slow.
Dubs, I'm gonna have to look that up because I definitely want to reach out to you, Matty Dubs. I like what you do, man. I want to talk football with you, Matty. You be on point.
60% speed on top of a lot of run game install. Okay, so keep that in mind. Not a lot of passes thus far. So I went and broke it down a bunch. But what you see here is pre-snap motion by Quinshon Junkins going out wide to back inside. Look at Shadeur making a bunch of adjustments. That leadership right there, we did not see last year too much. So he is already developing that even further than he was last year, which is huge. Quick little handoff. Again, you could tell they're maybe 50% speed. A lot of install right now, but I love this from Shadeur Sanders. Again, it's not anything crazy, but it's being able to have the confidence to adjust at the line of scrimmage to what you see defensively and having that connection with your offensive line at the same time.
Everybody that's on here, please hit that repost. I believe y'all on Twitter, all 90 of y'all. Go ahead, hit that repost. Send this out to every Browns fan, man. We getting clips. We getting the clips. Shout out to Matty Dubs.
Solid. Very solid. All right, here's a rep from Deshaun Watson. Let's look at this one again. I haven't seen it. You're getting my first reaction to it. Looks like a zone. Beautiful throw to Luke.
That looked easy.
Down the sideline. So what I'm seeing here is off the snap, you see a back pedal, but notice how this guy's head is staying towards the quarterback.
Repost, y'all. Keep reposting.
Is noticing that we got this like wheel row. Once he stays established in his zone, we understand that that previous receiver that was running up the seam was taking away the outside boundary corner. So if this is a zone, right, and this receiver right here is taking away that boundary, and this is zone, boom, throw this ball. Beautiful job, wide open down the field, and probably would be touchdown. Maybe not would be touchdown, but close. It's a great ball there by Deshaun Watson. Like that one. Here's another angle of it. Kind of hard to see, but he's over here. Let me move my screen a little bit. Again, watch 27. As this route gets vertical and then goes over the middle, you see 27 bite. Great job by Deshaun finding it. Now, honestly, probably underthrown slightly. If you lead him down the field, this is definitely an easy touchdown. And again, looks like he probably would have went out the 10-yard line, but he'll take it. Actually saw another deep bomb from Deshaun Watson to Luke here as we drop back again. Looks like he's working with the second team and finds Luke down the field, wide open up the seam once again. Probably another busted coverage that would have went for a nice little chunk of yards. Again, don't have a better angle than this. Again, slightly underthrown. If you lead him down the field, that could be a touchdown. Could be a touchdown right there. Okay, here we go. Some Shadeur Sanders. We got a rep here. We got to restart that because it was almost over by the time the clip started. Oh, okay. Guys, if you remember a few weeks ago, we had an interception. The ball was thrown to Jerry Jeudy. Okay, if you remember that play. I think it was Shadeur. It might have been. I think it was Shadeur though. He threw the ball on the comeback route to Jerry Jeudy. Look at what Denzel Boston does here. Once he stops, what does he do, guys? Runs back to the football. He runs back to the football. No way 11 can jump it, and he gets completion. Guys, stack completions. And right here, this is chemistry being built between your wide receiver one, Denzel Boston, and the quarterback. I love how he comes back to the football. Thank the Lord. I'm done with Jeudy just sitting there being like, yeah, I'm not going to come back to the football. Oh, it's a pick. Oh, man, well, blah, blah, blah. What? Right? No. Denzel Boston, beautiful job. I love how Shadeur, like, there's not too much separation here, so he leads him back. Come back to me. Easy completion. He'll take that every day of the week, man. A few more clips with Shadeur Sanders working with the ones right here. Finds his tight end, I believe, over the middle of the field. Whiteheart, maybe. Good throw. Let's keep going. Let's see what he reads here. So my first read here is if I'm looking at the linebacker, you see how 5, it's obviously man coverage. Going back to pre-snap, what are we noticing here? You see 11 is kind of diagonal, right? He's giving them inside leverage. If we're running that dig and our running back can take away that linebacker, the middle of the field should be wide open. So that's probably something going through his head pre-snap. As he sees 5 bite down, that's pretty damn huge. Plus, look at the inside leverage of 86 here. Look like just a yes read. I'm throwing that ball no matter what. Led him perfectly right where it needed to be. Probably gets tackled off the catch, but nice throw. Nice read. And we got another one here as well. Before we dive into this one, do me a big time favor, guys. Hit the like button. Let's see if we can get over 1,000 likes on the video. You guys are killing it, man. Browns fans, Shadeur fans, Deshaun Watson fans. You guys are amazing. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on your post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post a video because there's going to be a lot of Shadeur videos. Not only right now, but throughout training camp in the regular season. Stay tuned, okay? Join the family. All right, with that being said, let's take a look at this one. Once again, Shadeur is the quarterback. Okay, first thing I noticed is look at this guy blitzing off the edge, okay? Once you see that, and again, they're probably going 40, 50% speed. Carson Schlesinger looks like he's in man. He is not in position because he was maybe selling blitz right. And once that guy bites down ever so slightly, Shadeur takes what the defense gives him. Boom. Now we've got opportunity with a fast running back down the sideline. Maybe picks up 7-8 yards. Again, I can't state it enough. Take what the defense gives you. You'll win a lot of games, even if it's a 6-yard pickup, and then you stack it with a 4-yard pickup, and then a 6-yard pickup, and then a 4-yard. I mean, again, take what they give you. Look at the Patriots. It was a dynasty, taking what they gave you every time. Before we get back into the video, I do want to say Prize Picks is one of the easiest apps to use, and I am absolutely in love with it. All you got to do is pick more or less on some of your favorite players, and with the NFL season right around the corner, I've decided to put an NFL futures pick in. You guys can let me know in the comments down below what you would do, or let me know what you think about my selection. Also, if you use my promo code, it will Pittman with DK Metcalf, with Jeremy
I gotta
Bernard.
say, Matty Dubs, man, I don't mean to be a hater, but Real McCoy TV is anti-gambling. This is your video. I'm gonna let it play. I'm not gonna cut it off. I did fast forward a little bit, but Real McCoy TV is anti-gambling. I gotta say that. Gambling is dangerous, y'all.
There's just no Pat Fryermuth, Darnell Washington. There's no way he doesn't go over 19 touchdowns. No way. Right? I mean, at least in my opinion. But then I'm also pairing that with an Ashton Genty more than 975 rushing yards. I got another one here. I believe Deshaun Watson rotates in. Now he's with the ones. And let's see. Again, you're not seeing a full speed defensive line O-line. So keep that in mind. It's like skeleton to Levins. But here we go. So it looks like both our receivers to the right side. We are going to get looks like maybe a rub or a flat by a receiver here and then an in by Denzel Boston. And I'm guessing we can't really tell, but as this ball gets snapped, you can start to see it. Look how 11 goes behind the flat route. Because that happens, you have opportunity to get the ball quick. Again, taking what the defense gives you. Ball is out. You probably pick up 4 yards on that play. Again, what I've been telling you is take those. Another quick one. I believe this is Deshaun Watson. Great grab for Hickman, but a great grab by Whiteheart. I don't know who the quarterback is here. Looks like Deshaun Watson. But, man, that saved the potential interception throw by Deshaun. It looks like he just and again, you can see D-line's not trying. Yes, Sean Watson and Shadeur Sanders both got a lot of reps as well, so take that into consideration. Actually did find Dylan Gabriel's throw to Gage down the sideline. Beautiful ball over the shoulder grab towards the sideline. We're over it. Only his guy can get it. Not great camera work here, but again, perfect throw by Dylan Gabriel. Definitely want to give him some credit. That was definitely a touchdown. Another Deshaun Watson throw.
Yo, shout out to Dylan Gabriel. Shout out to Gabriel getting reps. He said it took my number. I ain't going out like that. Okay, Dylan.
Practice is about to be over. Really solid day for the most part. There might be some more clips that trickle out over the next couple of hours or minutes or whatever it may be. We're going to end the video here, though. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications if you want more of these videos. Expect an update tomorrow. Or maybe Saturday. Maybe a Shadeur and Deshaun update Saturday. Yeah. Okay, so join the family, turn on post notifications. Join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Let me hit that like button for the homie Matty Dubs, man. And I'm going to share this on Twitter for you, Matty Dubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, digital love, pause. Because that could be misconstrued. That can be misconstrued as a finger, digital love. We're not doing that. Shout out to Matty Dubs. Shout out to the Browns, man. They did a lot. It's turning up. It's turning up. I'm going to find one. I got one more video. We're going to hear from the coaches. We're going to hear from the coaches, man. Then we're going to get up out of here. I'm going to like the video. I'm a
Allstate,
full
what's
screen
important to
it,
you is important to us.
and then I'm
And
gonna
right now,
also
what's important to Blake is not getting in trouble with his dad.
let's speed it up
The
a
good
little bit
news
so
is
we
if
can
you have
get through it.
accident forgiveness from Allstate, your auto
Hold
rate won't
on,
go
let's
up
get
just
this.
because of an accident. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Excuse me. Appreciate
Hints of
all
fresh
y'all
leather.
in here right now.
Bold new
Please hit
features.
that
Get
like
paired with our
button.
newest fleet yet.
Hit that like button and then share
really,
this. Share this.
For the most part, our team was here for the other 9 weeks. So, guys did a great job. It's been a really productive offseason.
Monken don't give you that feel like he used to like be in the trap from time to time. Like even the way he talk, his approach, he be cussing and like Todd Monken interesting, man.
When you started minicamp or when you started spring, you got to this point. What was maybe the biggest thing you wanted to kind of know about your team or understand about your team before the back door for summer? Did you feel like you got that answer?
Yeah. I mean, do you like football? They like practicing. They like football. It makes it fun. I didn't have to play that last song. I really didn't. Just gave me 3 more minutes with them. It's been a cool 10 weeks.
So is there a point playing music throughout the whole practice today that was a little different?
We can play music, maybe just a little louder today. The breaks, I turn it up. So we did that for rookie minicamp and the voluntary minicamp. We had breaks on the last day. So we just played it. That was just louder. We've added it in practice. You guys happen to be right by the speakers, so it just felt like it was louder.
Yesterday, Fana was with the second team, and I thought that was a change that had already been made. So what was the point of him being primarily second team yesterday?
Well, trying to get DeJuan some work with the ones and the twos. We want to see where he's at and move Fano around as much as we could with the ones and twos. It was planned over the 3 days that they were both going to work with the ones and the twos.
Just to put a bow on this, since we didn't get to talk to you yesterday, now minicamp is officially over. Last time we talked to you, you said chances are you will not have your quarterback.
Yeah, I don't see that.
So you're just going to go into the summer break, status quo, and come back.
We'll start off fall camp just like we've been doing. We'll alternate those guys.
Will you have a 1, 2, 3 by having the pads on, which into the second week of training camp?
That'd be great. I don't know if I will, but I'd love to. I'd love to have it now. We just don't.
Hey, speaking of DeJuan, how have you seen him throughout the rehab process?
Shout out to Thomas Carl, man. I'm gonna add your comment up here. The Todd father. That's funny.
The guy's been injured and out. It's easy to put on weight, right? It just is. You're not as active. He's been great. He looks really good running around. Obviously, his grasp what we're trying to do. So it's been fun having him out there working.
Todd, what has stood out to you about Shadeur's body of work? I know we talked about the progress that's made, but as you put a cap on the offseason workout program, can you kind of encapsulate the role that you see from him?
Well, I just think he's doing a better job. I think he's being more decisive. Now, it's easy to say we're not in pads. It just feels like he's making quicker decisions. The ball's coming out of his hands, which he's going to have to do. Not that he doesn't have to make an ability.
Yeah, that's true, Todd.
Because he does. But his ability to process quicker and get the ball in his hands and eliminate lost yardage plays is going to be huge for us to be able to stab plays and score, which is ultimately the number one thing to do.
But is that the point of waiting for pads to determine your 1, 2, 3?
100%. It's hard to really say. It's hard to say, and you know.
And it was a small lap, but why did the O-line want to take a little lap there at some point?
What's that?
It looked like he had the first team O-line do a little lap around the practice field.
They did?
Small lap. They didn't.
Must done something.
Is there any negative, since you wanted to do a quarterback by now, is there any negative that heading into training camp, at least at the beginning, you don't have that?
Oh, I don't see it that way. It would be if I didn't think either one of them were capable of starting. It would feel different if I didn't feel like their progression hadn't gotten to this point where I think they both can start and play winning football. I'm convinced of it. And I'd say it if I didn't. I mean, I can't decide now because I think both have earned the opportunity to continue to compete once we put the pads on.
Sean was saying yesterday, he was talking about the difference in system, and he said there's a lot more responsibility on the quarterback. It was, kind of paraphrasing a little bit, but the responsibility placed on the quarterback play, what they're asked to do is different. You would think that would be the case in any system, but can you maybe dissect maybe a little bit of what he's talking about in terms of what you ask your quarterbacks to do that might be?
I don't know that. I mean, what you ask your quarterback to do is a byproduct of what they're capable of doing and how much ownership they want in QB control. Right? Some guys want that and some guys don't. Some guys don't want that smoke. Because when they take that control or they change a play or they change a protection, it falls on them. Right? Now they're the ones that have to explain why they did what they did. Not everybody wants that. Our guys want that, which is cool.
That's interesting that he like Todd Monken
and look at it to where when the moment comes up, they're
sure
capable to line up scrimmage of
a coach. Because I'm telling some of the biggest issues we had in meeting rooms, even at the Division II football level, will be when we made checks. And when I say we, it could be the linemen don't like they look. Because every group, they know what they doing. They know what they trying to do. The linemen don't like the look. If the quarterback don't like the look, you know what I'm saying? We talking throughout the game, like, but it do fall on the players. When we get the audible in and shit, we know, and the coaches, they going to stand tall. They going to be like, yo, that's what we was trying to do. And they know that we changed it.
getting us into a premium play. And all of our guys are capable of that, which makes it fun.
You mentioned some of the things that you would like to see from Shadeur moving forward. How about Deshaun? Are there things that you would still like to see from him as you move through camp?
Sure. No. I think, again, you have to ask Deshaun this. I think he's excited to play again and to play at a high level. You know, he puts a lot of pressure on himself. So when he's not right or he makes a mistake, he's great at owning it, but it's okay. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. You're not going to play flawless football. It's okay. Just go to the next play. Go to the next play. And I think the things you don't see out here, you do a little bit, is I think plays with his feet. So that's going to be a huge weapon for him. It has been in his career, and as long as he's healthy, it will continue to be a weapon for him.
It's not so much today, but the practices I've seen, you're very hands-on with receivers. Does that go back to that's where you broke into the NFL coaching ranks?
100%.
Or was it because your system that took a lot more responsibility on?
Where my eyes go. Even though I played quarterback and I've been with both, I think at times it can be an undercoached position. I want to make sure it's right. I have a lot of faith in CJ. That has nothing to do with CJ and Waz. That's where my eyes go. And I also have a lot of faith in Mike Bajakian and Matt Baker with the quarterbacks. So it's just making sure that the receivers understand how important it is in terms of route running detail and spacing when we get zone. And if you want to be good at throwing the football, you got to be able to protect, and you got to have guys that, obviously we have to have weapons on the perimeter, which we've addressed both of those here in the offseason.
When you're making your quarterback decision, how much do you weigh face of the franchise, being able to stand up? I mean, did that come into
I really don't care. I don't care. Whoever gives us the best chance to score. And I won't know that till we play. We don't know this now in shorts. And we may not know it till we play in the preseason games. And even then, there's no guarantee of who you're playing against. The matchups are not always equal. You can decide you're playing their ones and they're not. So ultimately, we take all the information in the offseason and then training camp and then the preseason game and practice and then let it rip.
Todd, you mentioned feeling like you had 4 of the 5 starting line spots sort of settled. You saw some different iterations of what that could look like this week. How much clarity do you think you sort of have going into the break here on what that 5th one's going to look like and what that starting is going to look like?
We have some. I mean, you're banking on the free agents you signed to still play at that high level that they played at. You're counting on Spencer to play at a high level of why we drafted him that early. But you still haven't put the pads on yet. I couldn't really tell you how it's going to shake out other than you only know what you've seen in the past. And then they got to prove it. I mean, ultimately, you are what you put on tape.
That's true. That's
so
true.
In the fall, we'll see it with the O-line. You are what you put on tape.
That's true. Real Browns fan checking in.
It's been fun to watch. First of all, I think he's having a blast. Now it won't be so much fun in the fall. It's a lot more hard. You're calling a defense and you're up against teams and you got to make plays, but his energy pops. I think the guys feed off that. Collectively with.
Hold up, yo! I'm trying to pull up the comments.
No. His hamstring. I usually don't comment about injuries, but you drug me into this time. His hamstring grabbed him a little bit, and he didn't want to go into the off season with a team. Everybody's dressed. Again, we might monitor the reps.
Yeah, get up out there, Tom. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. Them wasn't even my comments. That was from the video. I thought it started bucking.
Feels good to bundle better. It feels good to get going. Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Beat base 44.
All right, who next? Who next? Oh, they got the black man up there quick. Listen up, y'all.
That wasn't okay. I looked up and that's all done. So I'm glad to make that themselves, but that wasn't that good. Yeah. That starts a transfer. I think it's a great game. I mean, it's hard to look at a new system. It's going to be around for the first couple of seasons until they have a good foundation. Let's get the foundation started with around. I think it's difficult for this year. I think we're all struggling with that, right? Just in general, right? Unless you're going to establish starting, you have to be able to play multiple positions. So they can find guys who aren't starters, backups, and actually play multiple spots, right? So I'll say eventually we're going to see these guys. In terms of why we don't define our best minor to best. That's what it goes right there. Spencer, what were you learning about him? Never heard about Spencer's number one is a great team. Unbelievable human being. One the best person and was so you'll get down on himself a little bit of time for that. So that's something we're working with. This is kind of awesome. First night too. Training and film, the last move back and what we're doing for seller hooks, so I love to get the very first day, first day, first, my opinion on right now, it's hard to judge any of us with the lines, but we're out here. I think they work both well. I think they get a marvelous job, which make all of them first. But if he's arguing for players, so right, we can't be getting playing last with branches. But to judge all that, I really don't feel that. Anytime you get a chance to go against a good player, you can get a
Yo.
So every snap he gets, every snap each of our guys gets it's going to be a benefit for us. And his game is such a physical game. It's unlike a lot of minors out in the NFL. It's such a physical game. It really help us forward, building the running Baltimore, Cincinnati. Also have bigger incidents. It's really going to help for us. That's an offense.
With the young kid, do you like sort of where they are on the expected development? I know that as are now. It's probably still countering on fire. Like, where they
so which one do you guys have an understanding of our offense?
Yeah, I'm gonna end it on this note, y'all. Man, my audio is weird. I can't hear it coming back to me. Thank you for all y'all that have pulled through. Like, share, and subscribe. Area code in the chat. Browns fans is everywhere. We hype for this year. Whole new O-line. No, Myles Garrettless defense. So new offense, new defense. Special team should be turning up. I'm excited, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Shalom.
Welcome to Real McCoy TV, where faith intertwines with daily life, empowering us to inspire positive change. Our mission is not just to share our story, but to uplift our community and celebrate authentic tales of faith and family. Journey with us and witness Cleveland's vibrant sports scene alongside heartwarming church events and cherished family moments, all showcasing our shared values. New content graces your screens every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday evenings, making it easy to engage with us on this enlightening adventure. We invite you to be part of the real McCoy experience. Whether you wish to call in, join discussions, or collaborate, your voice matters. Plus, support our mission through Cash App, GoFundMe, or Patreon. Together, we create a thriving community of faith and support where every contribution counts.